Again, we have to talk about Real Madrid.
Mate, honestly, this one's going to annoy me a lot, this one.
Yeah,
this one is annoying me.
When I said, 18 months ago, all these articles that Marca do to intimidate, to pressure, to almost bully another team into getting a player in for free. The Sport Bible did a post saying Real Madrid have already started to work on signing another Liverpool player for free in Canate after recently poaching Trent from the Reds. Other top clubs are now becoming afraid of Los Blancos because of their free agent signing policy, as they know that when Real Madrid come in, it becomes very difficult to keep their players. And this is what they do. And they're doing the same already, by the way, with Arsenal's Miles Lewis-Skelly. They've already internally... Really? It's like, this just sums it all up.
Someone's got to stop these, like, kind of where the football stop these from doing this.
But this sums it up for me. There's a tweet here from the Madrid Zone, and it says, confirmed, with the alert emoji. Real Madrid have internally discussed signing Arsenal's Miles Lewis-Skelly at Marca. I mean, that's like saying, confirmed, Doyle and Alex have internally discussed their delight for Guinness. Well, yeah. So... we don't have to know everything you internally discuss. Even if you do, does it need a tweet? But again, that's got 1 million views. So
it's media, mate. That's what media needs to do, doesn't it? It needs to squeeze every drop out of everything they can get out of it.
in bed with Madrid.
Yeah, of course.
Metaphorically, they go, right, who do you want? We'll throw out a few articles, start pressuring some teams, and then all of a sudden it goes from haha look, and then it goes from that to shit. They are
Gets
interested.
The players thinking about it,
and it's like they're manifesting moves totally against what your club wants for free most of the time as well.
It's diabolical.
Konate needs to sign a new deal, otherwise this is going to happen next year now.
I think.
Thanks, Marca. Thanks, Madrid.
John, my honest opinion, lad. I genuinely think okay, my honest opinion. What do you value more? Is performance value this season, or the money that you're going to get for him? What right now in this transfer window?
For Konate? Yeah. How much do you think he would be?
He's only got 1 year left. I think he's worth, if he had a 5-year contract, I think he's worth about 60, 70 million. He's a fantastic centre-back. He does have a bit of brain fog sometimes, lad, but he's elite, mate. He's one of the best centre-backs in the world. So, right now, with 1 year on his contract, I think he'd go for like 30, 40 million, which I don't think is enough.
No.
I don't think it's warranted to sell him this season. And I think I'd much prefer to have him for one more season and get that performance value out of him, because 40 million...
doesn't really move the needle. Doesn't impress us much.
The one thing that I'm confused about is, didn't they just buy that Dean Housenson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huysen,
So
Housen.
who've they got next to him? They've got Rudiger.
They're not littered with centre backs. I think they've got Eric Garcia as well.
He's a young lad.
Yeah.
And they've got that Arbeloa. Is that what his name is? Arbeloa?
No, I know who you mean though, but it's not Arbeloa.
No, it's something like that.
But they probably will be looking for someone to play with Dean Huysen for the next 10 years.
Like Rudiger and Canate, in my opinion, are quite similar in profile. Aggressive front-footed defenders that like to get in there. Rudiger's off his head.
Yeah.
No, Canate's not that style. He's funny, but he's not off his head. But I can see Real Madrid going for Ibu. He's a great replacement. He's young.
But what are we going to do about this to stop it? Because again, the rumours have already started circling.
Give him a contract.
But how? Because we've got Virgil there, we've got Mo there, we've got Ali there, all signing, or Ali will sign a new contract. But we've almost locked down the priorities. How much of a priority should Liverpool give to Ibu Konate for his new deal? Because this time next year we could again be seeing him leave for free.
The way I see it, right, when you buy
it has
players,
to be signed this summer, right?
Yeah, it does.
We don't want to get to January again thinking the same thing.
That's the point. So the way I see it is, players don't just offer value from their playing ability. Like Ibu's done it all now. He's won everything, right? He's won the Premier League, he's won a few trophies. He hasn't won the Champions League, but he's won most trophies.
Yeah.
So now what he is a winner. He's got that winning mentality, and that goes a long way when you're going for titles and you're going for cups. So aside from his playing ability, his mentality is also elite. And I just don't think that we're going to be able to replace him with 40 million, 50 million, just like that. Getting a winner in, getting someone that's done it all before, getting someone that's young, that's that good. I just can't see it, mate. So I think we try and just give him a contract and prioritise him and just make sure that he feels valued at this club. Say, right, we'll give you a 5-year contract. What wages do you want? He's on 80 grand this right now, right? He wants to up his wage. That's what he wants to do. Okay, we'll up your wage, lads. Give you 200, I don't know, 150k, something like that, yeah. Give you 150k, 5-year deal, mate. And then if you do end up going to Real Madrid, at least we're going to get some value for you. And also, you're telling Real Madrid, I want these wages. And also, you know, you're looking after us. Like, I can't stand the thought of another one of our players going to Madrid for free. I like it.
It makes me feel sick.
It burns me. I don't.
It makes me feel.
And
sick.
don't get me wrong, they're not doing anything illegal. They're not. But it's just the most
dirty,
insidious club that just get in the minds of every player, and I don't understand it. You know, it feels like they get players on a free, right, to maximise, to lessen the potential risk of signing these huge players. So if they get Trent for free now, yeah, they give him a wage, what, 5 million a year or something, and that's what they're paying for him, instead of paying 100 mil, paying a 5 mil a year, and then he doesn't perform and they've lost out on 100 million. It's incredibly smart. They're using all of the pull that they have, but it just makes me feel sick, because all the players are like, yeah, cool. If they valued you that much, they'd give you 100 million to the clubs and just get you in, but they don't. That's the way I see it. They don't actually value these players so highly, because if they did, they'd stick in big fees for them, but they're trying to minimise the risk. That's what they're doing by doing this, lad, and it's so smart and horrible at the same time.
It's horrible. And when Liverpool are negotiating this new contract, because there would have been talks, of course there would have been already, we're going to be saying to him, you think for 1 second we're letting you go for free to Madrid again, but how can we stop it? How can you actually stop it?
You can't.
The player power that players have nowadays it usurps what the club has, because them and their agent are going, right, let's hold off signing, then we can get a bit of attraction, start throwing some numbers around to go back to Liverpool if they don't want to match them. And I don't know, like,
the strength of a club now is in its recruitment. How easy is it to replace certain individuals and assets in the club? And I just think Canate is a huge one. He is very difficult to replace. I can't tell me a centre-back now, and I know you won't be able to, a centre-back right now that you think can slot into Liverpool's team and do the job that Canate is doing.
We've been linked with Jarrell Hatto, haven't we?
He's a left back that fits in as a centre back, and I get it. But
and that's Virgil's side as well, isn't it?
I get that, yeah. So where does he actually? Who do we get?
There isn't one that pops up. Someone said to me the other day, Calvin Bassey from Fulham, but again, not like a top elite Champions League, World Cup level defender.
There isn't, and you can tell us in the comments, is there a centre-back that you look at that goes, I can immediately replace Ibu with this fella, quality-wise and mentality-wise? Because I've seen a lot of comments all over it saying, well, he's just a replaceable player, like every player that plays for Liverpool. And I do like that mentality in certain ways, but you have to value these individuals. Mark Gay is a great player. He is, but he's not like Konate, but he is a great player.
Would you have him?
Yeah.
If Konate left?
Yeah. There you go, you put me wrong straight away, lad. There you go, I'll shut up. Mark Gay is a great one. Definitely, but I still don't think
60 mil though.
Ability-wise, great. Mentality-wise, don't know yet. We haven't seen him go to the end of the line and get across, and how he deals with pressure. We haven't seen it. So he did it for England, but it's a very different type of style of football. It's much easier on an international level, in my opinion, to play. Yeah. So I don't know, mate. Usually let us know. Annoying. Mark A is the only ones that we can think of.
Yeah,
I would have got that Dean Howson.
It's actually Howson. That's how he likes it pronounced.
Howson. I would have got Dean Howson. He would have been great. But guess who got him? So
yeah, them again. By the way, 21 years ago today. Any clue what happened?
What day? No.
2004 on this day.
Did we sign somebody?
Rafa Benitez was appointed